Hello, everyone. Today on our Thursday is a weather impact day. And so I'm going to be breaking things down for you just on what we can expect as we head through today and tomorrow and all the way through your weekend. So thank you for joining us live here on Facebook and YouTube from our WSPA studio, stream studio. So it is definitely going to be a pretty gloomy looking day with all of the storms. We'll start by taking a live look at Biltmore, where we've already got the cloud cover. The clouds will continue to be on the increase, and we'll continue to see those really thicken up, and soon enough we'll see the rain, especially over downtown Greenville right now, where it is just very cloudy. We just haven't seen any of that sunshine so far today. So as we break down what we can expect, we are going to see the rain and storms between today and tomorrow on our Friday. And then we're going to have all of that clear out in time for your weekend. So some good news that Saturday and Sunday, we're going to see some beautiful weather. It's going to be sunny, it'll be dry, and even temperatures not all too bad. Now, we're going to see that sunshine continue as we head into next week. So we'll have lots of sunshine and we'll have temperatures a little bit of a fluctuation. So it's going to go up, it's going to come back down a little bit, but we're going to focus more on just the rain and storms that we can expect for now. We'll break this down a little bit more over the next 3 days. Today and tomorrow in the upstate, we have a 50% chance for those storms, and then we're going to see a 70% chance of rain in the mountains today and tomorrow. So there's going to be a lot of scattered activity. It's not going to be all continuous. I think there's going to be a lot of off and on activity. So that means we'll see some rain, we'll see a few breaks, and then we'll get a little bit more rain. Notice on Saturday, though, both for the upstate and the mountains, don't really have much of a rain chance at all. And that's why everything will be clearing out. Things will be looking good. So breaking down our weather impact day, this is where we've got mostly during the afternoon into the evening, as we've got the scattered showers, a few thunderstorms, and within these thunderstorms, there is the chance that some of them could become strong to severe, and that's mostly going to be due to the damaging winds. That's really our best threat for any kind of severe weather. So here's a look at the severe weather threat across the region. Notice in the yellow across much of Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, and then you look at northern Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. That is where there's a slight risk as a level 2 on a scale of 1 to 5. And in the green, all in the surrounding area, is a marginal risk that goes down to a level 1. That includes us here at home, where we have just a marginal risk across most of Western North Carolina and basically all of the upstate, where it is going to be due to those storms moving their way through later this evening. So breaking this down a little bit more as those storm threats. The wind is definitely the best threat, even though it's not particularly high. It's not necessarily low either. It's at a low to medium. Now to the tornado, hail, and flooding risk, all very low. If I could put it at a 0 risk, I would, but I think that's pushing it just a little bit. I'm always hesitant to put it at a 0. So let's look at this on a map. The damaging wind threat, that's where we could see any of those severe storms. Everyone in the brown, this includes everyone in Western North Carolina and the upstate, including Northeast Georgia. That is where we have approximately a 5% chance for any of these storms to become severe. And that's mostly due to the strong straight line winds. I know 5% does not sound like much. It's not very significant. However, we could see just 1 or 2 of those storms. That's all you really need. But if you look at the yellow, it goes up to a 15% chance just off to our west. Now, here's some good news, though. The tornado threat, not even a 2%. So that's good news that we are just not expecting any rotation within these storms, although I just don't want to confidently say, because my luck is that we're going to end up with something. So 1%, maybe even 0.5% that there could be that tornado, extremely low. I think we are mostly looking at just your typical thunderstorms that are non-severe, and then maybe 1 or 2 of those could have strong straight line winds. So breaking this down a little bit more, here's Viper radar. The cold front up to our north, passing into Tennessee and Kentucky, pushing the rain out ahead of it. You notice a few strikes of lightning across middle and east Tennessee. That's what's heading in our direction. While this does not look super ominous now, it may strengthen up a little bit as it gets a little bit closer. This is a loop of the last 6 hours as it is pushing its way through the area, and it will be getting closer to us. So, hour by hour, with our exclusive Vipercast, this is where we've got just a lot of cloud cover, not a lot of sunshine, and we're going to see just a few of these storms push their way in. I think we could start to see the rain as early as about lunchtime, noon, across western North Carolina. By around 2, 3 o'clock, it's going to be pushing its way into the upstate, right along the I-85 corridor. The heaviest rain, though, should be pushing its way outside of the coverage area, a little to our north and east. Fast forward just a couple hours, here we are 5 o'clock, where we have a lot of rain pushing its way out, but then here comes another wave. Like I mentioned, there's going to be a few of these waves where it's going to be a little bit of activity. We'll take a break. Here comes more rain. So within this next wave, I think during the late afternoon into the evening, this is when we could see any of that severe weather, if we're to see any at all. So in western North Carolina right now at 5 o'clock, notice some of those clusters where you see the red near Franklin over toward around Haywood and Swain County, just a little south of Gatlinburg. That's where we could see those stronger storms. That'll push its way into the upstate around 6, 7, 8 o'clock or so. And those are the same storms that could be strong, possibly severe. It's not going to be raining everywhere, especially if you go a little bit farther south around Abbeville or Greenwood County and even around Lawrence, not seeing as much of those storms. But I wouldn't put the umbrella away just yet. I would definitely hold on to it through this evening. That wave will move its way out. Here we are at 10 o'clock. Here comes the next wave. This one looks a little more ominous, but as we fast forward, it's falling apart. It's weakening. I expect that as we go into the nighttime hours, the storms will be winding down. It's not going to be nearly as bad, but there will certainly be some rain. Maybe it's just good sleeping weather if you prefer it that way. 6 a.m. on your Friday, I think we're going to be waking up with mostly dry weather, still going to be cloudy, not a whole lot of sunshine. We're not done with the rain just yet. As we go into lunchtime on your Friday, just a few of those hit or miss storms, and then even into the afternoon, just a little bit of wet weather, not nearly as bad. You notice a huge difference between Thursday and Friday as far as the coverage goes and what the intensity looks like, which is why Thursday is the weather impact day rather than Friday. So we're not expecting that as we go to Friday afternoon. During Friday night, all of the rain is coming to an end, so you don't need to cancel any evening plans you may have on your Friday. And look at Saturday. We've got sunshine all throughout the day, just a few passing clouds. Things will be looking quite nice. And so here's the rainfall totals that we can expect. Across much of the area, we're looking to see close to about a quarter up to half an inch of rainfall. And this is much needed rainfall. We're still in a drought condition. And as we're getting into April, we definitely need the rain to help with the flowers, help with everything continue to turn green. You might have noticed the grass is mostly green across the area. It's all because of the rain. We need that as well as the warmer temperatures. So not expecting much of a flooding threat thanks to the low rain totals. Through this afternoon, in the mountains, we're going to see that rain a little bit earlier as we'll have some of those scattered showers and storms, temperatures warming to the low 60s. It'll take a little bit longer for in the upstate, so closer to about 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we'll see that rain, and we'll have temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, and we'll have those storms roll on through. Here, the high temperatures will be in the low 60s for in the mountains. We'll be in the upper 60s to even the low 70s for in the upstate, so it will be relatively pleasant as far as temperatures are concerned. Then this evening, we'll continue to see some of the off and on wet weather. We'll see those waves of the rain, and we'll have temperatures gradually cooling down to the 50s. We'll continue to see mostly cloudy conditions. Here we are with the temperatures tonight, mid-40s in western North Carolina, 44 Asheville, 45 Hendersonville, 49 for Spartanburg and Gaffney, 50 in Greenville, Union and Lawrence, 51 Anderson and Greenwood. Mild start. And then as we go through the day, this is for in the upstate, those rain chances, not particularly high in the morning, but we'll pick up a little bit in the afternoon and then quickly going down. So by the evening, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we will have no more rain. Here we are for in the mountains, a little bit higher in the morning, as we'll see most of those showers prior to 12 o'clock, and then we'll continue to wind down. Not completely going away, but much more limited as far as the rain coverage goes by the evening hours for in the mountains. And then over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we've got temperatures warming to the mid to upper 60s. We'll have sunshine with no chance of rain. It'll be beautiful to get out and enjoy. Also for in the mountains where we have a few of those clouds in the morning on Saturday, then we'll go to more sunshine, and then we'll get to abundant sunshine on your Sunday. Look at these temperatures though. Saturday, it will be a little bit chilly, And that sunshine will make a difference on your Sunday as we'll get from the mid 50s to the mid 60s for that high temperature. It's going to make a big difference. So once we get through today, the severe threat will be done. Once we get through your Friday, the rain chances will be done for a couple days, and we'll have a beautiful weekend all set up and ready to go for us. So again, just to kind of summarize a few things, for this evening, we're going to see some of those strong to severe storms, all mostly due to strong, damaging straight line winds. Not expecting any rotation, and we're not expecting any hail either or a flooding risk. It's really just that wind. But it's going to come in waves, so once you see some rain move its way out, don't necessarily expect that you are done with the rain, as we might see a little bit more this evening and a little bit more tonight. And then as we go to your weekend, we'll have temperatures warming up. We'll even have warmer temperatures as we head into early next week. And you can catch my full 7-day forecast coming up at 7 News at noon on WSPA. And we'll also have our chief meteorologist, Malachi Rogers, coming in starting at 4 o'clock. He's going to be watching these storms, keeping you up to date all afternoon and evening long. And of course, I'll be in by tomorrow morning with another look at your Friday forecast. So thank you for joining us. We're going to continue to keep you up to date here on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. And we'll continue to keep you up to date on WSPA.com as well. And you can always follow us just by downloading the app as well. So I hope everyone stays safe out there, and we'll see you at noon.